The following opinions are essentially opinions about things happening in our society. They are not based on any news. They are not based on any journalist perspectives. They're not based on any YouTuber's perspective, any newspaper, any podcast. These are just pure opinions for entertainment and educational purposes only. Viewer discretion and listening discretion is advised. Now, according to the Wikipedia site, when we read about the Director of Intelligence, they say, now this is a tough position, Nicki. I can kind of see why you might be a little salty about this. But the Director of National Intelligence, according to Wikipedia.com, is a senior cabinet-level United States government official required by the Intelligence Reform and Terrorism Prevention Act of 2004 to serve as executive head of the United States intelligence community and to direct and oversee the National Intelligence Program, NIP. The DNI also serves upon invitation as the principal advisor to the President of the United States, the National Security Council, and the Homeland Security Council on all intelligence matters. The United States intelligence community oversees the National Intelligence Program, oversees all the IC agencies, including the Central Intelligence Agency, which is the CIA, the Defense Intelligence Agency, which is the DIA, and the National Security Agency, which is the NSA. And they report directly to the DNI. Wow. Nicki, I see why you saw that, girl. That's a lot of power this chick was going to have that you're not. In some cases, I mean, just period. CIA, come on, y'all. So, Nicki, I can kind of understand why you might be a little, upset about this because, but you got to go back to yourself, Nicki. Like, you can't get away with thinking that you were going to be able to get in a Trump administration after you conceded to losing to him and saying, okay, well, I think we can work things out now. Like, I'm going to support you. Like, do you want me to help you? Like, whatever. On the campaign trail, like, no, he doesn't. Nicki, you lost that. Internationally known, Nicki, but you were not internationally respected. And I think that makes all the difference when it comes down to looking at how these other individuals have been connected at the hip with Trump, getting on television, and they were sounding like him, talking like him, and being like him. And you were kind of chilling because that's not probably who you really are. But because that's the party that you kind of connect yourself to, at this point, you probably should have just went on and did that. Although you probably did it in a more moderate way, you probably just should have went on and just been them because you still want to join them. There's just a lot of things you could have done because at this point there was just really no point of view. Right now it was too quick for you. You were a South Carolina celebrity. You weren't an internationally respected celebrity, and I'm saying that not because you were the UN ambassador. People knew you. You were internationally known, Nicki, but you were not internationally respected. And I think that makes all the difference when it comes down to looking at how these other individuals have been connected at the hip with Trump, getting on television, and they were sounding like him, talking like him, and being like him. And you were kind of chilling because that's not probably who you're in the vice president. Because you would have kind of got the ladies, as far as the suburbs and even some of those with the abortion rights concerns and looking at the glass ceiling, situations, all that stuff, you could have got them. Plus you could have got, the middle road chicks that could have, gone to the Harris Biden ticket. There's just a lot of things you could have done because at this point there was just really no point of view right now, it was too quick for you. You were a South Carolina celebrity. You weren't an internationally respected celebrity. And I'm saying that not because we know you were the UN ambassador, people knew you. You were internationally known, Nicki, but you were not internationally respected. And I think that makes all the difference when it comes down to looking at how these other individuals have been connected at the hip with Trump. Tulsi, she took and learned from your mistakes, and she's like, I'm gonna have to do this. I got to get this. I got to get this job, whatever it is. I got to be like everybody else. I got to get in, and she did that. But come on, Don, like, he don't need to be over national intelligence. I think you might need to reassign her ambassador to France or something. You need to kind of. I'm just being honest. It's not because she's a woman. It's just that she's not lacking. She's lacking in the level to do that. We currently have a lady that is over that position right now. So let's not try to say that. Oh, you think that because she's a lady that she can't do it? No, we got somebody in there right now. Matter of fact, her name is Avril Haines, and she's been basically there since January 21st, 2021. She reports to the president. So Director of Central Intelligence precursor. So come on, like, these are credentials. That makes a difference. So we're sitting here trying to say, no. She is an American lawyer currently serving as the Director of National Intelligence in the Biden administration. She is the first woman to serve in this role. Haynes previously was the Deputy National Security Advisor and Deputy Director of the Central Intelligence Agency in the Obama administration. Prior to her appointment to the CIA, she was Deputy Counsel to the President for National Security Affairs in the Office of the White House Counsel. So that is according to Wikipedia. So she got the receipts while she's in that role. So this is just a side note with all these people with you can't put someone in a position just because they're a woman, just because they're no. She earned that. So stop trying to play people acting like they can't get in these positions. We know that they're less likely to get in certain positions because of who they are and not what they can do. So let's not play this role. Because if anything, we can look at the Trump administration right now and clearly see that what he's planning on doing, he's getting familiar friends. He's getting his golf buddies. He sit around the bar and drink some water and talk and eat the nasty pretzels in the little basket, friends, and getting them. This is just a slow walk in a bold way to, if you're bypassing the Senate and you're using manipulation, and then you're using people to indirectly threaten people, saying, well, we'll deal with this later on. And so you're basically trying to say, well, we'll more than likely deal with this when it's time for re-election, and we won't have to worry about you later on. Threatening these people indirectly. So you want minions, is what you want. And sadly, you got some of them, but I hope that there's some Republicans somewhere that are going to stand up to this administration. It will not change whether or not you are a Republican, but it will, in my opinion, determine if you're really truly patriotic American to stand up for the Constitution. Because what you allow to happen today, in the highly possibility that you do not maintain that position as the Republicans in 4 more years, they shall do something unconstitutional then. You are telling people that when you get back in power, you don't have to worry about confirming your Senate picks or anything through the normal process. Because if you're going to do the cabinet picks, you're gonna turn around and probably do the judges too. Like, let's just be honest. Anything that has to go through the Senate, you're going to bypass that process because you don't have to go through all the red tape and the bureaucracy and all the processes and all the various things that are required, the policies. You have to go through this. Give this person minutes to talk. Give this person time to rebuttal. Go through the committee. You're not going to do it for the cabinet picks. You're not going to do it for your judges. You're not going to do it for anything else. So then you're going to bypass certain things, probably for a policy move next. Like, it never stops. And when you Republicans, if you let this happen in the Senate, do not be surprised when your time is up in the Senate for being in charge that you don't see this stuff again. And do not try to you cannot do this. This is going to be the same thing that we say if it becomes the Democrats or independents are the ones in charge of the Senate, that we're going to reference you. If you try to take us to court, we're going to reference you. We're doing the same thing during this time. It is November the 21st, 2024, and they're going to reference these days where you took the time to say, we're going to do recess appointments and pass these people through. And if, when the Democrats do it or the independents do it or another party does it in the future, shut your mouth. You can't stand on business. You can't stand on crates. You can't stand on apples or oranges or bananas or peaches or pears. You have nothing to stand on but your record to why you should be quiet. Sit back and enjoy looking at what you put in motion. Because when you set the stage for a play, you don't know if it's going to be a comedy or a tragedy. And even though it's comedic to you right now, because you're in control, later on, it's going to be your tragedy. But it's going to be something that you created, that you set in motion. And then who's going to be the dictator then? Who's going to be the people who are trying to take over the country? No, y'all are trying to tell the Senate, we don't need you. What you need the Senate for if you're going to bypass the Senate? Because what you clearly don't get is that in that process, he's telling you, you mean nothing to my agenda. I don't need you either. I just need a few of y'all to do what I need to do. I don't need the rest of y'all. Eventually, he's going to say, I don't even care about the Senate. That person's going to be in that position. Bump the Senate. Bump the House passing the bill. Bump the Senate passing the bill. I'm the president. Boom, boom, boom. You're going to be disposable. You're going to be pointless. You're going to be useless, and you're going to be replaced. But if he can abolish things that have been established in this country for decades, now why would it not be so hard to say, well, how much do we pay the House of Representatives and the Senate every year? How much we pay them per year, per person? Wow, that money could be sent to something else. Think about it. We give how many people a salary plus per diems and benefits and write-offs and packages for their retirement and bonuses if you were a chairman and ranking member and Cadillac Escalade health insurance. Government waste. We got to get rid of this department. And then next thing you know, you're going to be sitting at home, probably in a nice house, maybe, watching one person with a few 5 or 10 people running everything, making policies, executing the policies, creating the policies, passing the policies, confirming judges. No, excuse me. No need to confirm. You're a judge. You become a judge. You become a judge. You become a judge. You become a judge. You don't need y'all. He ain't gonna need y'all. Playing yourself. You don't even realize that you're playing yourself. You're showing just how useless you are. And he's gonna be like, well, I don't have to convince y'all. president of the United States. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you for nothing. Matter of fact, you're creating more deficits every year. You're holding me up from my real vision and agenda for the country. Because I have to wait for you to decide whether or not you want to vote yes or no. I don't need a Speaker of the House. I'm the Speaker of the country. I don't need a Speaker of the House. How much do we pay him? What? We pay him what? State of the Union. I'm the State of the Union every day. My policies are the State of the Union. When I go to another country, I'm the State of the Union. When I make a decision, I'm the State of the Union. I'm not doing that anymore. It's over. Everything's over for everybody else but one person. Thank you, sales Republicans. Thank you.